From the heartbeat of Africa, welcome to Tanzania, where adventure meets paradise. Join. Visit Tanzania for less for unforgettable safaris through the Serengeti and witness nature's greatest show. Then unwind in Zanzibar. White sands, warm smiles, and rich culture you'll never forget. More than a trip, it's a journey of connection, culture, and purpose. Discover, explore, belong. Visit TanzaniaForLess.com.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Community Focus. My name is Mevin Burns. You may normally know this program is hosted by myself as well as my friend and brother, Gregory T. Roberts. Again, keep Gregory T. in your prayers and thoughts. He is still recuperating, and every Friday we hope to have him back sooner. Friday at 2 p.m. This is what we do, Community Focus, where we interview guests and educate and inform ourselves about things taking place in our community. Let's start with the weather on this chilly Friday, the 5th day of December. Today's weather, there is a 65% chance of snow, a low of 19, high of 33, although my forecast tells me that it feels like 15 outside. Tomorrow, 70% chance of rain, low of 23, high of 32. On Sunday, again, a 70% chance of snow, low of 14, high of 29. On Monday, low of 10, high of 25. Tuesday, low of 23, high of 38. Next Wednesday, 90% chance of snow, low of 25, high of 37. And next Thursday, low of 20, high of 26. So a little more snow, a little more cold to continue as we work our way through this December month. Before we bring on our next guest, I know that you all, I'm believing you all look forward to my 5 list every Friday. So today's 5 list, I have 5 celebrities or well-known people that are still alive, and all these folks are in their 90s. Number 1, you may have seen he had a birthday party recently. Berry Gordy, founder of Motown and music and entertainment mogul, is 96. Marla Gibbs, famous from 227 and Jeffersons, is 94. We have Rosie Greer, who I did not realize was still alive. Some of you younger folks may not remember him. First, he was an outstanding football player for the Los Angeles Rams. Did a little acting on TV. He was also famous for being one of the guards for the Kennedy family when Robert Kennedy was shot. Andrew Young, one of my somewhat heroes, former mayor of Atlanta, former ambassador to the United Nations, is 93. And in closing out the list, the opera singer Leontine Price is 98. So let's celebrate our elders that are still with us on this Friday. All right. As we do here at Community Focus, we always bring you interesting and exciting guests, and today is no different. Would you join me in welcoming to our program for the first time, Mr. Tim Crosby?
Thank you. How you doing today?
I'm good. It's good to have you with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Good. Now, this is our first time meeting, although we're talking prior. I know quite a bit of your family, but for our audience, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a bit about you?
I'm Tim Crosby. A lot of people know me as DJ Top Notch. Born and raised in Muskegon.
Okay.
After I graduated, I went to Central Michigan for a few years, and then after college, I just ended up staying up there and working at the club. That's really I really got into music and doing events and DJing and different things of that nature. 2023, I moved back here in April, and ever since then, I've just been trying to grow my brand and get my feet back out here and spread my wings.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll get your name out there a little bit more and folks will hear the program. But let's talk about the event that you have coming up in December.
So something I've always wanted to do is always, give back to the community, the same community that supports me every time I go out there and I'm on the decks and I'm spinning music. So this Christmas, I partnered with Hustlin' Heights 103.7 The Beat, with Mimi Rankin at the Men and Women Character Program, and a couple other people, a lot of other local DJs. Partner with them as well to make this event come to life. It's going to be held at Hustlin' Heights December 12th from 6 to 9. We can accept presents and gifts prior to that, and we're going to drop them off December 17th after school party, Edgewood Elementary. And so we'll be accepting gifts after the event as well, up until that date. It's be at Hustlin' Heights. It's called Santa's Little Hustlers.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to hustle around and get some gifts for the kids, and just make Christmas enjoyable for everybody and bring some smiles to the families. Especially the times we live in nowadays. It can be very hard on some people, especially with kids. My friends have kids, and I see what they go through and how they're hustling every day to go through and do what they do to make it happen for the kids. So if I can do something to help out the community in that way, then that's something I want to do.
Okay. For the gifts, what age group will they go to?
So it'll be the elementary school.
Just so people kind of know what kind of gifts to get. We're talking about kindergarten through about third or fourth grade.
Yeah, probably up to fourth or fifth grade.
Boys and girls gifts.
Boys and girls, yeah.
Okay. Now, should they bring them unwrapped or wrapped?
We can bring them unwrapped. And then you can we have a couple drop-off locations.
Okay.
You can drop off at 395 Broadway, which is the actual Hustlin' Heights place where it'd be held.
Okay.
You can just go up to the bartender and they'll put them back in the office.
Okay.
Or you can go to Muskegon Heights High School and drop them off at the main office, and they'll put them in a safe location as well. Okay. If neither one of those work for you guys, just message me, via social media, or get my contact number, and I'll come pick them up so we can make it happen.
Whatever it takes, right?
Whatever it takes, we're gonna do it this Christmas for them.
Okay. So now the event on the 12th, what will take place then?
So the 12th, we'll come there. We actually have karaoke.
Okay.
So I'll be spinning just like some Christmas music.
All right.
Just really good time. Allow people to meet some people and just talk and vibe out. We have karaoke from 6 to 9. We're gonna call it karaoke for a clause.
Okay.
Right. So we're just hoping people just come out, drop a gift. I'll be raffling off a couple things for people to win as well. Just sing either like your favorite song or your favorite Christmas song, and that's what we'll be doing from 6 to 9 there.
Okay. So what made you decide to put on this event?
It's just something inside me just said for a long time now.
Okay.
I've always wanted to be able to do it, and now this year is the first year I felt like I was able to actually do it, to be able to have the platform that I have now, to be as built up as it was. The people I have around me that push me and drive me to want to do more for just myself and for other people as well. And this was the year I was able to do it, and I want to make it happen.
Is it something you've been thinking about for a while?
It's something I've been thinking about for a while. When I was in college, I used to do music. So I threw a benefit concert for a guy I used to work with. He was very sick, had over like 100 surgeries in his life already.
Oh, wow.
So just helping people always makes me, it just feels good. And knowing that I can help somebody out in a way that, they weren't expecting, and, unexpected help, should always raise some spirits somewhere.
Okay. All right. So you talk about, just to get our audience get to know you a little bit. You talk about, when you just first get this interest in becoming a DJ top notch. Okay.
DJ top notch.
Okay. So when did the whole thing about being a DJ start?
So I used to be like a music artist. I was doing music videos, and off of that, I had a following in college, and the club owner came to me and was like, "Hey, you should start doing events at the club. We can, bring some people or whatever." And I'd hired the DJ, and shout out to all the DJs that helped me, but sometimes I just like play this, so then I kind of just got into DJing, and a lot of my friends were DJs, and then I just kind of got into DJing my own events, and it just became a thing.
Okay. And you say you moved back to Muskegon a couple of years ago?
Yep, 2023, I moved to Muskegon.
Okay. So are you busy most weekends, or you find a lot of events to do around here?
I would say ever since May,
Okay.
I've been booked every weekend, Friday, Saturdays. Sometimes, I get the afternoon event and the night event.
Okay.
We've done weekday events. We used to do karaoke at a place. So I would say I'm very booked and blessed right now, and
All right. Good.
excited for that.
Okay. So now every DJ has their thing. I know features about the times. So if I book you, what's the thing that makes you good at your craft?
I just love it.
Uh,
So I think
uh-huh.
when you truly love like what you do, you just feel the energy different.
Okay.
You can feel what I'm doing, and
Okay.
my goal is to make the energy of the room go up and for the people to have a good time. So I kind of feed off the people, and I want to engage with the guests. And then when you can tell that somebody really loves what they do, you love you love watching them do it. And that puts you in a good mood too. So I would say I'm just original. I'm just me. It's you get what you get, top notch.
Okay. All right. I hear you. So let me ask you this, so everybody, when you start off, you might not have that 500 room crowd. What are some of the places when you're getting started that you've DJ'd at,
So actually,
without naming any names?
Actually, when I started DJing, I was in college at the only club up there, which everybody goes to every weekend.
Okay.
So when I first started DJing, to be honest, I started DJing for 500, 600 people in the club.
Oh, you started off like
I
that.
started off like
you didn't start anybody. See, I'm thinking you started somebody's basement with your 8 friends, birthday party.
No. Like when I started off, I had already had a big following, at Central Michigan, so I started off, with big crowds. Now, if you want to get into that, when I moved back to Muskegon,
rebranded.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I moved back to Muskegon, 2023, I'm not sure if I bought my board to maybe that fall or early 2024.
Uh-huh.
And then at that point, it was like nobody knew me in Muskegon. They all knew me as Tim. We went to school with. Nobody really knew like Top Notch, or he's DJing, or he prints shirts.
Okay.
Just throw that out there. So I would say, 2024, it was like friends' backyards, friends' basements.
Was that hard? Was it humbling or?
It was, to me. I always knew like there's always more, and I know you can't just jump start and just get anywhere. I know you have to put that work in. I know it's going to take time. You got to pay your dues. So I kind of was like, I was still learning some Muskegon music and Central Michigan music.
So is that a thing?
Yeah.
So depending on where you are, I mean, like if you did a party here in Grand Rapids, would it be different music?
I like to read the room, but I would say that different cities there's obviously that pool of songs that everybody's going to listen to, I would say even in Muskegon, from going from venue to venue in Muskegon, definitely going from like Grand Rapids to venue to venue. Personally, I like to change my music anyways.
Okay.
I don't want you to, see me downtown on a Saturday and, see me somewhere else, a month later. It's like, he's going to play this song right after this song.
They all said he was next.
Yeah, I hope they never catch me like that. So that's not something I like to do. So I always like to change my music, but absolutely, I would say every venue, every place, depending on the people, is going to have different music that they want to hear and want to play and vibe
if you
to.
Get like a group of old people like me, so you're young, but you got to know your 80s and 90s music.
Oh, yeah, 80s. So
they will name stuff. You're like, who is that?
No, I had that this summer. I did this older lady's birthday party for I think she was turning maybe 60 or so. Okay. And it was like oldies and blues, So I think like the first 3 weeks, leading up to it, I'm just like hitting my friends' moms up, hitting up like my friend's older sister, and I'm like, hey, I got this party coming up, and I turn up. So I'm like,
you gotta know what was they turning up to?
What was they turning up back to? Then like in the 80s and 90s, So we got to sit down with them, and just doing that, that brought them joy. They're like, oh, I remember this, So I definitely like to do my homework before my event and get the music right. But yeah, I had to learn the 90s and blues and all that.
I'm not a musical person. I've shared this on the radio before. My family is, and I was at a wedding reception about 2 years ago, and that was the first time it had a mix of older people like me, 60 and over, and younger people like in their under 25. And I was really impressed at the way the DJ would mix the music, if that's even the right word. But he like and maybe intro with something new, then lead in the old song and count it back. And I was like, everybody was able to dance and get on the floor and enjoy themselves. And that was the first time I really done them, and I love when people do things I don't do and I learn about
Hmm.
it. But that was one of the first times I really noticed, like, he really made that a bit good because it could have, how you all the old people sit and wait for their songs, and they have their songs, so then all the young people get up and wait for their songs, But he kind of got everybody into being on the floor and dancing and having a good time. So it just really kind of dawned on me. That it's like, yeah, it's really how much it made the event that much better.
And if you actually listen nowadays, a lot of popular songs now are samples.
And see, that's what it was. As you said, as I'm thinking it's one song because I hear the music. Then I get up, I was like, I don't know that song, but I know the music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I like to do that too. A lot of take the
Uh-huh.
old samples and mix it, and I just like to have a lot of fun with it.
Uh-huh.
I like
Okay, good, good. And so you get back here to Muskegon, you're sort of rebuilding your brand. Um, what kind of things do you do to get your name out there with people?
Social media for sure is huge
Uh-huh.
nowadays, but
Uh-huh.
also I think more important than that is being able to put the face to the name.
Uh-huh.
Uh, you know, Going to different events, showing up
Uh-huh.
for different people's events,
Uh-huh.
just showing up where they're going to be. I believe I'm still old school and traditional. I still go to bars and hand out my business card
Okay. Okay.
2-3 times.
Uh-huh.
Like some places I've had to go to, like 3 times before like they let me in there, and
Okay.
now we built a relationship to where I'm in there more often now. So yeah, I go hand out business cards. I got flyers here, so I
Yeah.
go hang out flyers. I'm not afraid to just talk to different people. Like
Mhm.
I plug myself wherever I'm at. Hey, I'm a
Okay.
DJ. Or
Uh,
somebody can like be walking down the street, be like, oh, my baby
yeah.
turns 2 tomorrow. I'll be like, you need a DJ.
Yeah. And these questions might seem strange, but one of the things, one, this program allows us to just get people formed to not just do it, but talk about what they do. And we get a lot of young people in here. There might be a 16-year-old today, you know, saving up his money to get whatever equipment he thinking, and you've been doing this for a while. And so I always like the idea of people sharing information. Were there people that kind of shared you and taught you early on when you were first starting off and gave you tips on what to do and not do?
So I mean, equipment is definitely important.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say like you need the top of the line, but definitely invest in yourself and invest in your equipment.
Uh-huh.
Definitely number one, and practice. Like
Yeah.
if that's what you want to do, you gotta put the hours in. It's not just gonna come overnight. I watch YouTube videos. I
Okay.
text my friends, or I'm at my friend's event and I see him do something cool. I'm like, hey, how'd you do that little trick right there? Like
Oh wow.
I like to share information and
Uh-huh.
share it back and just work with different people. They're not always gonna like you. You're not always gonna like your craft, but eventually you
Uh-huh.
just gotta stick with it, and over time, like just keep going with it.
Okay. Good. Good. That's good. And so you're back. So you're back here now. Your name's out there. You're hosting this Christmas event. What are some other things you hope to, addition to? I mean, you want to work regularly, of course. What are some other goals you think you have for yourself?
So on top of doing like the Christmas event this year, next year I
Hmm.
want to actually do something for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So I want to do a lot more different community events.
Hmm.
If it's like Thanksgiving, get involved with the kids more. Maybe like something for the summer, like
Hmm.
a little carnival or parade, or like a
Uh-huh.
little fun day event for them,
Sure.
or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I definitely want to get more involved that way, and I want to just do more events.
Okay.
Wherever they are.
Okay. Well, and before we go much further, if people are listening today and they want to get in touch with you, how can they do that?
So my social media is pretty much all the same. It'd be Top Notch for us.
Okay.
My Facebook, is Tim Crosby.
Okay.
Um, I got my email address at topshousemusic11@gmail.com.
Hmm.
But yeah, just shoot me a message. I'll respond. I only got one hand, so,
You get to you eventually.
it may take like 2-3 business days, but we'll get back to you for sure.
Okay. Okay. How about some other personal goals in terms of like, is there like a venue you want to host an event at? Like one day I'd like to be at this place. Is there any things like that you have in mind? We don't have to say them, but just do you have well, maybe you should say 'em, maybe put it out there in the atmosphere. Yeah.
I've done a lot of bars and clubs around here.
Mhm.
Definitely would be a goal to get in every spot at least once.
Okay.
Just to be like, yeah, I've been there.
Okay.
That'd be cool to do around Muskegon. On top of that, I want to keep growing. I want to do festivals.
Okay.
Even if it's a local festival
Okay.
or somewhere else, I want to do like a large festival somewhere. That's a lot of what I want to do next summer. Is I'm hoping to get booked at like 3-4 festivals or big parties, summer events somewhere. That's my next goal right there.
Okay. Now let's help people out a little bit. People do this with every profession. I'm a pastor also, so people call me and want to do a wedding or something. That's certain things now I tell people, look, brothers, me, now here's some things you want to make sure you ask or don't or say or expect. So if people want to call you book an event, what's some of the things they need to make sure they convey to you?
So something I like to know is the location of the venue. How many people are going to be at the venue? And then I'm always going to ask, is there a specific genre of music that you want? Do you want, just this and this? Do you want it clean? Do you want requests?
Yeah.
Then I tell them send a playlist over. I feel like not guaranteed I'm gonna play your whole playlist.
Okay.
But at least I know like I'm swimming in the right ballpark with the music. So I'll take a lot of their. I got booked for an event in July next year already. And so so she sent her playlist over already, and it was like,
is that like a repeat event or somebody just booking it?
Just so it was actually, I got a business phone, and it was actually one of the first times somebody called the business phone. I didn't really know. I sent them a quote. They got back to me. They
feel like a professional.
Yeah, it was like I want to
get back with you.
Sent the invoice for the deposit, and that was one of the first times it actually worked like that. And I kept people like, why you got 2 phones? I'm like, it's my business phone. I'm like, it's gonna. So for that to actually start happening and believing in myself, and I told people. But she sent the playlist over, and I want to say it was like, man, maybe like 19 hours or something. Her events are like back-to-back days, like 6 hours. I was like, how about you send over a must play?
Got to trim it down a little bit.
Yeah. So she was like, yeah, well, if you kind of just stick to these ones, then and then just add in whatever else that you think mixes well with it. Then that's how we're gonna do an event. So I usually try to tailor my events to them, give them the top-notch experience.
How about when people walk, when you're at an event? I mean, I assume you can have an idea of what you do. When people walk in and want to make a request, how does that go? I see you laughing.
So if it's like a private event and the lady says like, I'm taking requests or whatever, and she sends the people over, cool. Sometimes people come with a request and it's like, it's just out of the wrong ballpark. You could be playing like some T-Pain and they'll come and be like, can you play something complete opposite?
The Southern gospel airs. Like, this ain't that event,
Can you play Kirk Franklin?
It's like, really? Like, looking around like, I don't think this is a Kirk Franklin event.
But sometimes taking requests is cool. There's a song like that, actually, the people like that. I didn't know. I don't know all music like that. So, I mean, sometimes taking requests is cool. You get to learn some new music, or I can take that as a challenge and try to mix it in with what I'm doing, even though it doesn't fit, and try to make it go. So sometimes I take it as a challenge. So I try to take requests most nights, even though they're not my favorite thing. But
you kind of want to be prepared and know what's coming. Yeah.
I did a high school dance, Orchard View High School's Christmas dance, homecoming dance. I've never had more requests a day in my life.
Is that right?
It was like every half second they were coming up. So I was like, right? But no, it was cool. I try to make everybody happy.
Now you mentioned also clean versions of music. And again, I've learned this just from this stuff here on TV. You got to be, popular songs. Most artists put out a clean version. Yeah. And so there's some people got, I've been at events with younger people. It's like, like, oh my. So that's kind of what that knowing what audience you got there. And are you always prepared for the
Yep. So that's another thing I asked them too, is like, is it gonna be kids? Do you want clean music or something like that? So there's DJ record pools out there.
Okay.
Basically like a YouTube, but for DJs.
Okay.
And you can go on there. That's what we're allowed to get their music, and you can download a clean version, extended version. You can download remixes from there. And there's also one that I have that works internally in my program. that's like a live streaming service.
Okay.
So, I have kind of a unlimited bank when it comes to music. If I have Wi-Fi, I have unlimited music for you.
Okay, I got you. You say two things that I want to emphasize. I think are really good. One, it's not just showing up with your equipment and playing music. You talk about having to listen to music. You got to put in some work for anything to do well, don't you? And whether it's a business or authors, everybody says the same thing. You got to put in the work. You can't, you don't just show up. Hey, I'm here, but for probably every hour you do an event, you put in how many hours preparing for it, right?
Yeah, it's daily, because it just has to be right. They chose me to curate their event.
Okay.
And that's what they're all going to talk about. So I want to make sure that I give them something to talk about.
Oh, that's good. So when you, at the end of the night, when you pack go home, what makes you feel like you've had a good event?
Just seeing people's reactions and seeing them enjoy their time there. I always say, like, when these phones go up like this, when you look around and you see people doing this when you're playing a song, then like I feel like I know I'm doing something right and they enjoyed themselves. I would say more or less maybe the next day when I get on the internet, and I can see that they posted on their story or they posted on their timeline that the same video I saw them take, they posted, and I'm like, oh yeah, they really enjoyed themselves. So
do people come to you after events and express how they felt about how you did?
Yep. I always appreciate those people because they didn't have to do that, at all. So they took the time to come tell me that they enjoyed themselves. I definitely really appreciate that. Or they'll shoot me a message on Facebook or whatever and let me know, like, hey, like, you were the DJ last night? I'm like, yeah. And it's like, hey, man, good job. Me and my girls had a good time, or me and the fellas enjoyed ourselves. So that's always nice.
Okay. Folks, we're on the air here with Tim Crosby, also DJ Top Notch. DJ Top Notch. And he's co-sponsoring an event on December the 12th. It's Santa's Little Hustlers, and raising some toys and events, toys for young people. We've just had Thanksgiving dinners and coat giveaways all over the county. And so it's good to see that spirit continue as we go into Christmas. I'm going to throw you a couple of curves. Again, we were talking a little bit before you came in. I actually went to high school with your mother and your dad. We go way back. He used to think he could play a little football, a little baseball.
I heard he was good at baseball.
Yeah, so give your folks a shout out while we're here.
I will.
Yeah, but it's good having you. It's good getting to know you. We hope that people will come out and really support this event. It's good to see a young man like yourself, wanting to give something back. Okay, and want the folks community to support what you're doing. And if you need a good DJ for an event, you're here. Why don't you give folks a final appeal to come out and support the toy drive?
So we got the toy drive December 12th, and I can't do it alone. It takes a village and it takes a team to want to do something great. So I hope you guys all come out and help support me. It'd be a good time. We got karaoke. I know y'all know that Mariah Carey song. We can all sing it together. So I just want to do something different for the community. Just change it up and let people come out and just really enjoy themselves and really get in the Christmas spirit and just tell everybody Merry Christmas to each other.
Yeah. Okay. You can drop those toys off at Hustlin' Heights, 395 West Broadway. You can start today anywhere up. The event is the 12th, but you're collecting toys up until the 17th.
Up until the 17th. Then we're going to drop them off at their school Christmas party.
Awesome. Tim, thanks so much for coming today. It's been a pleasure sitting here getting to know you.
Thank you very much, man.
All right. All right. Thank you. Folks, we're going to take a little break, and we will be back with our next guest.
This Friday, the heartbeat of the motherland drops.
Let me show you now. We came from the motherland. I'ma hold you down.
Get ready for One Africa, the Imara Project.
You smell like and taste like love.
A powerful celebration of our culture, our history, and our unity through the sounds of Afro beats and Afro soul.
We are one people. We are one people.
From the bustling cities to the vibrant villages, from the drums to the mic, this is the music that connects us all.
She knows she's the truth with them braids.
One Africa, streaming everywhere this Friday. One Africa, where the rhythm meets the soul.
There ain't no limit to where you go when you put your heart in it. We going far, but the sky is the limit. There ain't no place like home. It's the kids' free trip to Africa, going back to the motherland. You gon' wish you were there with us. Pack your bags 'cause we're leaving now. Kids' free trip to Africa, going back to the motherland. You gon' wish you were there with us. Pack your bags 'cause we're leaving now. Where my sisters at? Where my brothers at? No. There ain't no limit to where you go when you put your heart in it. We going far, but the sky is the limit. There ain't no place like home. It's the kids' free trip to Africa, going back to the motherland. You gon' wish you were there with us. Pack your bags 'cause we're leaving now. Kids' free trip to Africa, going back to the motherland. You gon' wish you were there with us. Pack your bags 'cause we're leaving now. It's the kids' free trip to
Welcome back to Community Focus. Folks, will you join me in welcoming our next guest? He is no stranger to this station, no stranger to this program. Will you join me in welcoming Mr. Jon Covington?
Thank you for that welcome. Appreciate it.
I'm good, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm great, man. No complaints.
Good. Season's greetings to you.
Thank you. Same to you.
Good, good. Well, we'll try and keep this to the time I'm out of here because we might get started and
Man, you know we can go.
it could be a couple hours. So we got constraints today.
Yeah.
But
okay,
let's
cool.
start off. I understand that you have a Christmas event we want to talk about a little bit.
Yes. So
Okay.
many of those who are watching or listening are familiar with Carlos Piggy,
Yes.
a lifelong resident of Muskegon Heights and Muskegon, who met an untimely death in the opinions of all of us just over a year ago, 2024. And so his wife, Tina Piggy, has helmed a new foundation in memory and honor of Carlos Piggy, and it is the Carlos Code Initiative.
Okay.
So the Carlos Code Initiative exists to prevent youth gun violence by empowering young people with the values of respect, accountability, peace, and purpose.
Okay.
So it's just that simple. And again, it's honoring the legacy of Carlos Piggy. So the organization will mentor youth, nurture healing spaces, and cultivate leadership to create systemic change in our community and communities surrounding ours impacted by violence.
Okay.
So the first initiative is a toy drive. I know you just had a young brother on talking about a toy drive in the area. We can't have too many as far as I'm concerned.
Right. Exactly.
There is no such thing as too many.
Correct.
So I just want to put that out there.
Yes. Sir.
But we're going to be collecting toys. By the way, our target audience is ages 10 to 18.
Okay.
In Muskegon and surrounding areas at risk or impacted by violence. Now, as it relates to toys, you can drop off toys for any age.
Okay.
At the toy drive, and we're going to have boxes here. There may be a box being delivered right there where you are in a matter of minutes. But we've got some drop-off locations. We've got a place in Spring Lake and Holland, and the names escape me right now, and they're going to have to forgive me. But places where Carlos previously worked. But in Muskegon, We're going to have drop-off boxes at Hamburger Mikey's,
Okay.
downtown Muskegon, Cajun Cuisine by us, thanks to Kaya Thornton and the good folks there, and going back, thanks Tim and folks at Hamburger Mikey's, right there where you're located at WVS 103.7, 106.1. We're going to have a drop box there, and also Thomas Smith over at Urban Apparel on Peck Street.
Yes.
And so you'll be able to drop off toys or other things there from now until December 19th. And then on the 20th of December, it will culminate in a big, huge community event where we want people to bring their kids. I understand that Santa and Mrs. Santa are going to be there.
Okay.
That's what I understand.
All right.
I'm just saying, Santa's going to be there.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? And Mrs. Santa, and that's from noon until 4 p.m. at Ellen Grace Loftus, right there at 2301 6th Street.
Yes. All right.
And so we want the community to come out. We want to make sure that we've got enough stuff for everybody. There is no kid in Muskegon County that should go without this Christmas. I don't care about circumstances, what happened, blame game, all of that. None of that exists here, right?
Yes.
Just want to be a conduit to providing.
Yes.
And it's just that simple. And that's really what this foundation, Carlos Code Initiative, is all about.
Awesome. For folks that may not know, when we know Carlos in the community, just give people a little background on his story.
Yeah, well, Carlos, just an incredible young brother young compared to you and I.
Yes.
Okay. A younger compared to you and I, came up in Muskegon. His mom is Joyce Piggy, and his father's name escapes me. Please forgive me, but you probably know his dad.
Yeah.
But anyway, Carlos got things together in his life and went on to become a very well respected, honored young fella in the workspace and the work that he did.
Yes.
Responsible for hiring many folks throughout the years. And forgive me, the names of the most recent places he worked, they do escape me in the moment. But great employee, from what I understand, from Rick Osum and others who helped give Carlos an opportunity to provide for his family. He went through a program when our Queen Blanche Smith was, and again, it's going to escape me, down there on Peck Street in Muskegon. She was running the, it's been some years ago now.
Yes.
But Carlos went through that program and was given an opportunity, and he just took advantage of it and just soared. And just soared. Remained in Muskegon Heights, could have lived anywhere, could have gone anywhere, could have gone to another community, could have gotten that big house on the water had he wanted to. He could have gone anywhere, but he chose, he and his wife chose to raise their family right there in Muskegon Heights, which is where he was until the very end.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's like the young man I was talking to earlier, you know, something about that energy of young people giving back to their community, especially when they have a story. Yeah, I guess we all have a story, but
we all got
it's just some kind of energy it creates, and synergy when, you know, you say, this is my community and I want to be a part of it and give back to it, you know, and it's contagious like it should be.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad you brought up the story, because we all have one.
Yes.
Some of our stories are more widely known than others, but we all have a story.
Yes.
Carlos was a part of the documentary that I did titled Black Man.
Yes.
And we just screened it recently in LA. The NAACP Image Award screened it a couple of weeks ago in LA.
Okay.
And the audience, as always, they gasp when we get to the very, very, very end of the credits. And we do the in memory and honor of Carlos Piggy. The audience, they gasp. They don't they didn't know him prior to watching the documentary, but of course, as they watch it, they feel connected to the brothers in the documentary. And I just remember on the right side, recording artist Major says to me in that moment, Carlos passed,
and that's something.
as if he knew him, because he had gotten to know him throughout the documentary. And I said, yeah, he did. And so here we are to honor Carlos Piggy. And so people near and far, if you knew Carlos or you knew him from afar, you knew him well and knew him from afar, this is an opportunity to support his legacy, to support his memory, and support his family.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so glad. I'm glad to hear that they're doing that. You're a part of making that happen.
Well, I couldn't say no. Yeah, I couldn't say no.
One of those kind of things.
Yeah. Some things, you have to make the time. You got to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
Some things you gotta figure it out. And so, yeah, I'm excited to be a part of it. There are others. There's going to be some other media announcements, etc. But this is brand new, hot off the press. Just met yesterday, and I literally started texting, calling people, saying, "Hey, can we do a drop box? Can we do a toy box at your location?" And right away, Kaya Thornton responded, said, "Absolutely." Tim at Hamburger Mikey said, "I'd be honored." Paul Billings said it would be my honor. Yes. Thomas Smith said, "Of course."
Sure.
And so that type of support, we can't help but succeed with this initiative, Carlos Code Initiative.
That's awesome. Look forward to it. Not just the Christmas drive, but the other events that we have planned for the future and how it might impact our community. Good. So that's coming up. People can look for those boxes and and the event on the 20th.
And you can inbox. We'll have social media stuff up here pretty quickly too. But if you can inbox me as well if you have some questions, or maybe you can't get to a Dropbox, even though we feel we've got the community pretty well covered. If you can't get to a Dropbox, we can send somebody to pick up your gift.
Okay.
If you got a toy or something you want to donate, monetary donations, tax deductible, you can do that as well. And so in the upcoming days, we'll be sure to share all of that information via our drop-off box locations and the owners, et cetera, respective owners there, but also via social media.
Good. We'll be looking forward to it. One of the things you said, I noticed Thanksgiving there were like dinners and giveaways all over a community. And again, you can't have too many. And so we'll look forward to sharing that with other events for taking place during Christmas. Like you said, it can't be too much. Can't be too much generosity, too much loving of our neighbors.
Absolutely. There's some things I think maybe we can have too many of in the community, but I don't think supporting each other, we can never have too many outlets for that.
Yeah.
So the more the merrier.
Yeah. Well, JC, we haven't caught up in a while.
It's been a minute.
What else is going on in your world these days?
I'm still a buddy of mine just texted me an hour ago. He said, "JC, what else you got going on?" He came to the screening a couple of weeks ago, and Will Roberson flew out to LA, and we just had an amazing time in LA a couple of weeks ago. But this brother hit me up and he said, "What else is going on?" And I said something to him. I said, I think that's a sit-down conversation, one, in person. Yeah. I said, and two, in some regards, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I said, even at this ripe age, I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah. And his response to me was just classic, and I'm gonna hold that near and dear to me. I might post about it. Okay. But I'm still trying. I'm here, Melvin, and it's day by day. And some days I have great ideas that come to fruition. And then sometimes I think, man, what was I doing? What was I thinking?
Yeah. I know that feeling.
What was I thinking? Just being transparent. But I've got a lot going on. I've had a very interesting last 4, 5, 6 years, primarily since this documentary was released, and I've continued to work on it. So it's finished now. It's finally done. It's finished. and the most recent up-to-date version was seen in LA a
Okay.
couple of weeks ago. So I'm working on that. What exactly we're gonna do with that, and then I think too, I'd like to go harder in the film production space. So if I could get 3 or 4 million from somebody watching,
Okay, let's put that out there.
you know,
You know, I do have a
that'd be
project
beautiful.
I need to put you on the spot about.
Yeah.
I might have messaged you about this, but I need to put you on the spot on the air about it. And you're gonna say yes.
Yeah.
And again, I've been communicating some other people. And I was looking through some books recently at Brother Robert Dawson's home. And I didn't realize you were a Debbie dude, as we used to call ourselves back in the day. You got a couple of years of service there. But Brother Dawson is 96. And of course, that was one of his pride and joys, as well as he still teaches men's Bible study every Tuesday.
Mm.
But we really need to put together something on that debutante cotillion club and the impact it had in our community.
It's a yes and a yes and a yes and a yes and a yes. As a matter of fact, I think the last text message I sent you, I may have sent you a message and said, this is really weighing heavy on me, and we've got to do this now.
Yeah. I think we kind of communicate. I don't put you on the spot.
Yeah, no,
People have
it's
mentioned
fine.
it.
You can put me on the spot,
And I've spoken to him, and he said yes. And because he can be, but he said, he said yes, he's up for it. And he said, I don't know how much time I have, so but I'll hit you about it. I don't want to put in the spot. But I want to put out an atmosphere for some of those former debutantes and escorts.
I've spoken to some of them.
Yeah.
And Renee Mitchell Johnson is one of them.
Yeah.
And it's something that we need to start working on first quarter of 2026. And I'm definitely committed to it. It was just a special experience that really helped to mold most of us who were a part of it.
Yes.
If you didn't learn something from being a part of the debutante, it was a movement, really.
Yes. Yeah.
Then it's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
And I mentioned to Renee a few weeks ago, I said, didn't we have etiquette? I think that's where I learned which fork, which spoon, which knife, how it was supposed to be situated, left to right, all of that stuff, among other things.
Yes.
That I learned that I will never, ever, ever forget. And you go through life and then you wonder, where did I learn that?
Exactly.
How did that?
I know this, but where did I learn that? Yeah.
Debutante. That's where a lot of us learned a lot of that. It was just a magical time. And I think it really made a difference in our community. I know that it did. And I think we're missing some of those things now. We're missing some of those things. It was just really a special, amazing time. I mentioned it to him. I saw him at a birthday party at your place maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
My cousin Orlando's mom's birthday party.
Yes.
Yep. And I told him, I said, I'm going to be getting in touch with you. He said, okay. He calls me Wesley, which I am Wesley, and that's fine.
Yes.
But he says, okay, Wesley. Okay. I'm in. You can put me on the spot.
I'm gonna hit you up first part of 2026.
Anything that I should be doing, always feel free to call me out. If you know it's something that I should be doing, call me out.
I wouldn't put you on the spot too bad.
No, it's okay. I'm a big boy.
Yeah. You mentioned you were just out in LA, and I saw some of the comments from Screening Black Men. Do you have any other screenings scheduled as of now?
Yes, tentatively Philadelphia, Chicago, DC, possibly Detroit, and where else? Huntsville, Alabama, Houston, Texas. So those details are all being worked out. So they're as of right now, they're tentative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happened was some of my well-known friends showed up at the screening a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And that just took it into the stratosphere. And then I called them up, and we had a panel titled Black Man Rise.
Oh, okay.
Which was insane. Community conversation. We had to cut it short.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had to cut it short. From Muskegon, Will Roberson was there, and Demetrius Harris, who is an outstanding young brother who went to Cornell, played football.
I know him very well. Yeah.
He works with me.
Okay, does he?
And so he was there, and they would both, I think, attest to
Tell
the
him to
fact
call
that it
me.
was an amazing experience.
Tell Demetrius to call me. I haven't talked to him in a little while.
I will. He's probably watching this. I'll make sure he knows.
Good. Yeah, but that's awesome. You know, because I think I mentioned my uncle down in Indiana had seen it and was just impressed with it. And
now, where did he see it?
You know, I'm not sure where he saw that.
Was he in Indiana? He may have seen it in
He's
Indiana.
down in Anderson because I'm not sure where he saw that.
He's in Anderson?
Yes.
It's screened near there.
Okay.
But I don't believe he told me he was your uncle, because
did he leave that detail out?
Yeah, I don't believe he told me that, because I would make a big deal out of that.
Okay. Yeah. But he was trying not to play on the family.
Oh no, utilize your family, brother.
Yeah.
When you got a name like Burns, it's okay. It's okay. You utilize it.
Yeah. You know how you talk about you had the event. I watch our time. Black Man Arise. How do you explain that energy you get when you get black men in a room together and they start sharing their stories?
You can't explain it. I just got a little something right now when you said, how do you explain it? It's hard to explain that type of energy. It's like it's something that you got to experience, and then you walk out of there and you think, wow, what happened?
Yeah.
What was that? It's like magic.
Yeah.
It's like magic. And you think about the film Black Man, most of the places the film is screened, they don't know anybody.
Yeah. And that's something.
They don't know anybody, and they walk away, or the Q&A, the talk back or whatever, is just it's unlike anything I've ever witnessed. And I think that's the magic of us. I think it's something that exists within us, that many forces have done everything they could for those things not to exist, and have also brainwashed some of us into not understanding the wealth of that existence.
Yeah. I catch a few podcasts. One I'm fond of watching is the Pivot podcast. And I watch it. The thing I watch, and I'm watching it, is how people we normally see interviewed in different places, when they get in that room, how they kind of open up and they just have these conversations and talk about things, and just famous athletes, entertainers, just them on there, how they kind of behave differently. I saw Gail King on a woman, but just you saw them different, and I you and I are the age, we get together, a few brothers, and we talk, and we might laugh, and we can go from laughing to something serious in a heartbeat. And I wonder how we get younger brothers to understand the value of that, and having those kind of spaces in their life, whether it's at church or with fraternity sororities or your buddies from high school, but having those spaces where you can just talk and be a brother.
I think that's the key, is having them in those spaces, having them a part of that, making sure that they are, if it's just one or two at a time, making sure that they are in the room.
Okay.
I think that's the key. Demetrius Harris saw the film for the first time 2 weeks ago in LA, and he almost didn't have words. It was very emotional for him to witness.
Okay.
He had never seen it, and he just thought, wow. So he's a young brother.
Yes.
His peers, imagine them being in the environment, witnessing something like that, and then witnessing the live conversation, Black Man Rise, being a part of it, what that can do for them, what it does for them as it relates to motivation and being able to see yourself represented. And one guy saw the film, for example, and he's 35, 36 years old, and he said, I felt like I was in therapy for the first time watching this film.
Okay.
And so it's really all about community, healing, support. And I think that some of our younger brothers, they have not necessarily witnessed what it is that you're talking about. What we're talking about. They've not witnessed it. They're not, many of them may not sit down for 45 minutes and watch the pivot, or they look at the pivot and think, oh, well, they're famous, they're rich. You know, they different. Which is one reason why I have just normal everyday people in the documentary, so that they can better see themselves. And I'm not saying the other way is wrong. I'd like to be one of those rich guys too, that they look at and say, oh, he's rich. It hasn't happened yet. But they have to be in the room. And I think that's when they start to see, okay, he's just like me. He's just older. He's been through some things too. He's just older. He survived this too. You know, we put on, I won't say show, but sometimes what we represent on social media or wherever is not the whole us. And young people see it. And so then they think with their issues, well, I'm not going to approach him because he's doing it. You know,
he's a million miles away from where I am and what I'm dealing with. And
he ain't. He might be a few miles from it only because he's aged. You know, but he's more relatable. He can relate better than you think he can. In most cases, in many cases. But I would say, to answer your question, I would say to make sure that they're in the room. That's what we've got to be more intentional about, so that it's not just me, you, and the homies our age, our peers. We got to bring that young brother in and say, you know what? You need to be a part of this conversation.
Good. I'm gonna take that thought with me as some advice, some things I'm hoping to do in the next year or so. So that's a good advice.
Well, you're the man to do it.
Well, you know, I'm like you say, you kind of thinking like, what's the things I really want to? For me, it's like, okay, only got so much time. What's the things I really want to spend focus on next couple of years? You know, while I still have my faculties and a little bit of energy, and it makes it easy to say no to some things. But also, you know, it's like, I want to make sure I'm saying yes to the right things.
Yes, sir. I like that.
So
I like that, Reverend. I like that.
We're running up on close to time here. Any other special plans for the holidays?
No, sir. No. I'm going to be around for the entire holiday season, which is somewhat of a rarity.
Okay.
I'm in Houston. How can I see your documentary? Well, Michael, we can talk about somebody bringing the documentary to Houston. Actually, there is a lady, and David Jones, who've been working on getting the film there. So in the meantime, Mike, follow the page on social media, search hashtag Black Man Film. All one word, obviously. It's a hashtag Black Man Film. And you can see everything about the film, including dates that we lock in as they're coming up, and testimonials, and you can see everything about the film. Hashtag Black Man Film. But follow the page, and that's where we'll post. That's where we will post first where the upcoming screenings are going to be as they're locked in.
All right. Good. All right. Look, folks, want you to keep your eyes out for the Carlos Code Initiative. If you're out shopping on Amazon, it should be out shop, or however you shop, buy an extra toy. If you get one for your kids or grandkids or nieces or nephews, just buy an extra one. You can drop it off, or they will. If you say you've got it, you reach out to the Carlos Code Initiative, reach out to the station. People will make sure they get it to the right location. All right. My brother John. Hamburger Mikey's.
Cuisines by us.
Yep.
WVS.
Yep.
Urban Apparel.
All right. And your event on the 20th of December, we'll look out for that.
Yes, sir.
All right. And we'll be checking social media. I'm sure we'll be putting some information out here at the station as well.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you
for
joining us,
as always, my brother.
All right. Love you, brother. You take care.
Love
all right.
More. Thank you.
All
we
right,
did
folks.
good today. We did good.
Thank you.
You know, we go for an hour or two.
Constraints. I always have constraints.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining us today. Our theme today was not just Christmas, but it's about us giving back and supporting our community. So as we roll into this rest of this holiday season, let's think how we can be a blessing to not just our family and our friends, but maybe somebody that we don't even know. This has been Community Focus. We'll look forward to seeing you next Friday.
The wait is over. The all-new Umoja Radio Network, home to over 40 Black-owned radio stations and podcasts, is here for you. Connect to the world's fastest-growing collection of unapologetically Black and proud media, from podcasts to independent Black-owned radio stations, and access to the important news and music you need. Umoja Radio is from our culture, by our culture, for our culture. The all-new Umoja Radio is available right now on Google Play and the Apple Store. Join the movement. Be empowered. The wait is over. The all-new Umoja Radio Network, home to over 40 Black-owned radio stations and podcasts, is here for you. Connect to the world's fastest-growing collection of unapologetically Black and proud media, from podcasts to independent Black-owned radio stations, and access to the important news and music you need. Umoja Radio is from our culture, by our culture, for our culture. The all-new Umoja Radio is available right now on Google Play and the Apple Store. Join the movement. Be empowered.